Normally I talk from the hip, but I had to put some points together so I don't kind of detract when I want to get out there. First, I would like to thank everybody for coming out, showing your respect for Gabby. But I don't want you guys to be sad, to be honest with you. Gabby didn't live that way. That wasn't her way. Matter of fact, if you knew Gabby, she was always pretty a happy girl. People would gravitate towards her. Her nature was always to smile and treat everybody kind. So she always made people feel welcome. She always made sure that she made time for people. It didn't matter who you were. She always treated people with respect. It really didn't matter. She cared. She genuinely cared, and that's how people would always, come up to her and just sit and talk, and it would take forever to get her out of places. So it really is wild to see, what has happened here. Gabby, growing up, she always had those blue eyes, right? Those ridiculous blue eyes, and you couldn't keep her in trouble. Like, you would ground her, and she'd start crying, and I fold. When I see a lady cry, I fold. If a guy cries, I don't care. But if I see a female cry, especially my daughter, I fold like a deck of cards. It's bad. So she'd be crying. She actually would just do that on purpose, just so I would take her off ground. It's like, yeah. So, and it worked. But she was great. It didn't matter. She always wanted to go out and do stuff, whether it was scuba diving with her, with her uncle, myself, or hiking the Appalachian Trail, if surfing sand dunes in Colorado, which, by the way, I'm letting you all know I'm jealous of. You will see me do that. I'm going to fall a lot, but I'm going to try, because she had some wild experiences that that I could only wish that I can experience. It's just wild, the stuff that she was doing. And to see that type of joy that brought her, and the stones it took to do that at such a young age. Now, that's something I want you to take a look at these pictures here. And I want you to be inspired by Gabby. That's what we're looking for. That's something that I want to see. If there's a trip that you guys want to take it now. Do it now while you got the time. If there's a relationship that you're in that might not be the best thing for you, leave it now. We've got more emails of men and women doing that, taking care of themselves first, and watching that happen and seeing that type of inspiration. An email we got from a young lady that her child, who was 11 years old, wants to travel the country like Gabby did in a van, and she's making her parents take her to the I forgot the Golden Arches.
Arches National.
Arches, there it is. And so it's just wild stuff that she's inspired people to do. Gabby is the most amazing person I've ever met. So if you're going to leave here today, I'm asking that you guys be inspired by the way she treated people. All people. Love knows no gender. Love knows no bounds. She didn't care. She genuinely loved people. It didn't matter. So when you leave here today, be inspired by what she brought to the table. Because the entire planet knows this woman's name now. And she's inspired a lot of women and a lot of men to do what's best for them first. Put yourself first. And do it now while you have the time. I couldn't be more proud as a father. So, Jim. Best, and just to be clear, Gabby had 4 parents. They weren't step parents. She had 4 parents that genuinely loved her as if she was her own. And this man is one.
It's hard to see behind us, but I still see Gabby as this. the world sees this, but like Joe said, this is what I see. This is when I got to be blessed to know Gabby. You all got to see our extended family, the Firehouse family, come through here, and that's what we do. We do funerals, unfortunately, and we're good at it. I've done them throughout my career. I've written eulogies. I've planned these funerals. And not one of them could ever have planned or prepared me for this moment. My grandmother told me that she's going to be 100 next month when we buried my mom earlier this year. Parents aren't supposed to bury their children. This is not how life is supposed to work. But it is an unfortunate reality. I spent a good portion of my life working and trying to earn money to provide for our family and our kids to give them the best life. And Gabby, at 22 years old, helped teach me that you can always make money, but you can't make up for lost time. Gabby loved life and lived her life every single day. Every day that I still see her as this child, lived her life. She is an example for all of us to live by, to enjoy every moment in this beautiful world as she did. Love and give love to all like she did. Gabby had a tattoo on her arm that read, "Let It Be," the title of a song from a band she loved. The beautiful thing about music is it can mean so many different things to so many different people. There's a verse from that song that speaks to me. When the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer. Let it be. It's okay to mourn for Gabby. It's okay to feel sorrow and pain. But we want to celebrate her and how she lived her life. We need to hold on to all those wonderful memories we shared with her, because that will be the answer. Let it be.
Right. Let it be.
I'm never short of words, but I've been up for days, weeks now with this, and the love and support from everybody from all across the world is absolutely amazing. And we thank all of you for remembering her and celebrating her, because this is what it is. It's about celebrating a beautiful person and a beautiful soul. And although there is a lot of evil and wrong in the world, there was more good. And there was a lot of good people out there. And they're all in this room right now. And they're all across the world. And they're with us all. I love you all.
Hey, gentlemen, we thank you so much for sharing. And we just thank you for letting us get to know Gabby. What an amazing woman she was. And it's safe to say that she's touched all of us, not just here in this chapel today, but everyone across the country and in the world. And so I'd like to just share with you the poem that's on the back of her prayer card. Do not grieve for me, for I am free. I am traveling a path the Lord has taken me. Be not burdened with times of sorrow. I wish for you the sunshine of tomorrow. Perhaps my time seemed too brief. Do not lengthen it with undue grief. Lift up your hearts and share with me the memories that will always be. And we just thank you for again, letting us get to know Gabby and sharing this time with the community and letting us come together as a community to grieve her loss, but also celebrate her life. And so with that, at this time, we're going to be opening the doors to the public. We will be putting the stanchions in the front here so that there's a nice flow of people coming in. If anyone needs anything at all, our entire staff is here for you. So please don't hesitate to ask for anything that you need. And we thank you again for coming, and you're going to continue to stay in our hearts and in our prayers in the days, weeks, and months to come. So thank you.
He's here. And he wants to meet you. He asked his mother to take him. And he's been there. He said, I'm going to do so.